AskReddit by PM me at it. What's the most difficult truth you've come to accept? That there are people you cannot reason with. No matter how polite you try to be, they will still hate you. This is so hard for me because I just wish I could understand it. Not all friendships last. I got sober and lost family and friends. Sometimes things will be your fault. Friendships ending, breakups, just general social missteps will all happen to you, and they might be directly because of you. You have to learn to grow from your mistakes and not beat yourself up over it. Do not regret your regrets too much. You might be the sweetest peach in the whole orchard, but some people don't like peaches. I commented this above. I'm a therapist, and one of the hardest truths people have a hard time internalizing is that we're not everyone's cup of tea. But once they internalize it, it frees them. They start living for themselves and stop living waiting for approval. Raccoons just really don't want me to pet them. This might be the most painful thing in the thread. You can do everything right and it can still go wrong. Not everything is a lesson, Ryan. Sometimes you just fail. Dwight Schrute. It's not my fault, but it's my responsibility. I won't get better if I don't try. You drop this. Finding someone to do life with isn't guaranteed, but that shouldn't stop anyone from trying. I have to make hard choices to make my life better. Either you make choices, or life will make them for you. Nice people aren't always good people, and good people aren't always nice. Not everyone gets a happy ending. Similarly, not everything happens for a reason, and not every problem has a solution. Sometimes things are just shitty and they happen and there's nothing you can do about it. Age. We all get old. Though some die too young. Deleted. Not everything is my fault and not everyone is going to like me, no matter what I do. But the best part about getting older is you don't care if everyone likes you. You're always going to be stuck with yourself. To repair your relationship to yourself is to repair your life and give yourself a solid foundation. If you're afraid to sit with yourself, take responsibility for your own actions, or work to make yourself a better person, you'll always feel lost. Sometimes people just suck. For absolutely no reason, and a lot of times being an adult means taking it on the chin. Edit, typo. I have to be good enough for myself. No one else matters. The only guarantee in life is that time will keep moving on. The good news about that is if you're going through a particularly difficult time, it won't last. But on the other hand, really good and sweet moments are fleeting too. Chronic pain would like a word. You can't make someone see your worth. We have to rely on ourselves. My mother doesn't love me. She hasn't looked at me with love in almost 10 years. Not since I stopped being who she wanted me to be and started being who I needed to be. I can't have my own life and my mother's love. It has been the hardest thing that I've had to accept. Mine is similar. Except my mom never had a standard for me to reach. I just always thought if I said the right things or did the right things and tried to be a good person, eventually she would love me. I don't know that she ever did though. She had me when she was 17 and I think she always resented me. Accepting that was freeing. Now I can be a good person just because I like taking care of people whenever I can. And I don't need her approval or affection. Still suck to figure it out though. 1. You can't love someone into loving you. 2. It's not your fault if you're unhappy with your life, but it's your fault if you stay unhappy with it. 3. Some people just don't deserve to be a part of your life. Love this, thanks for sharing. That I could be the most perfect person in the whole world, yet even that wouldn't stop them cheating. Think about how lovely and graceful Jackie Kennedy was. Then recall that her husband was having a not well concealed affair with Marilyn. Sometimes they are telling the truth when they say, "It's not you, it's me." You are the villain in someone else's story. This is actually profound. It doesn't even mean that most of us have probably been assholes at some point. Even if you've been a morally unshakable person, many of your successes have probably in some way been at the expenses of others. The guy who had a crush on the woman you married, the players on the team that you beat, the person who was second best and didn't get the scholarship you got. No matter how nice you are to people, you'll probably always be the villain in those people's stories. I'm the problem. That my life is half over. At least.